Hey everybody, Ottoman here. Thanks for tuning in to episode 35 of Kenshi Birth of a Hive. So last episode, oh boy, was that ever harrowing, I think, to say the least. So these guys ran into a bit of a cannibal fight, I guess. And I have to figure out if everyone's okay to walk. Because, no, Thor has a pretty busted leg, and that is about it. So actually, if we can carry Thor, I guess we'll be able to move at normal speeds. So, Minus, I've been leaning on you. Let's have you carry your buddy in arms. A momentary, minuscule, wow, I cannot speak, lapse of attention due to the fact that I was super busy elsewhere, and this is what I get. Well, I did massacre a whole bunch of cannibals, so I'm okay with the net result of that fight, I suppose. We're going to bring these guys home, and then I'm going to quickly redeploy them. Now, while they are all heading on the way here, what I want to do is to get the rest of these guys all healed up, because we had a lot of unconscious people, and what's going to happen is the moment they regain consciousness, they're going to pop out of bed and think that they're fine, and they're not. They need to be saved. I have a bunch of people set to rescue right now. And I'm going to continue the rescuing because there is a lot of people. Now, everybody has been patched up, so there's no one that is, there's no one that's bleeding out or anything serious like that, but, oh, come on, stop hopping out of bed. There really should be a setting where once you put someone in bed, they just stay there. But, I gotta say, Silvershade, quite the savior in this instance. He took a bit of the heat for some past accidents and transgressions, but I gotta say, he really came through for us this time. Looks to me like I am going to need some additional beds as well. So let's go to interior, bed, and we will set up one more row of beds here. Now, I haven't really been using the hive beds. Maybe in the future barracks, I'll have hive-based beds, but I've just been using the sort of Greenlander beds, not for any really specifically good reason. And it is funny that our quote-unquote throne room has turned into like a triage nurse hospital thing. Yeah, it's not what I intended it to be, but, you know, it'll have to do. Alright, so Minus here. I need to make sure that I am skirting around the edge of the fog islands because I'm not allowed to be in the fog. So I gotta monitor the situation there as best as I can. And for once, Obaro woke up and did not hop back into bed. And Mohammed is going to stay there as well. Alright, so we now have no more beds. And that means that Crab is out here just sort of laying there. It's probably not exactly what I want to have happen, but you know how it is. Alright, Resnick, you have some plating, and it looks like my other group is being at least targeted. Probably by fog. I didn't realize it was that close to the fog. Now, I know I'm not supposed to fight the fog, but I am so far outside of the fog territory, and these guys have been keeping up with me, that I'm just, yeah, I'm not going to take any of that nonsense. This little group of fog here got squished pretty hard. This was just a little bit of fogman. Now, I know that I have the ability to recruit fog, but I think, much like the expanded farm animals, for me to want to recruit fog, oh, here's some more fog over here, I'm going to want to expand to the main island. And then there's a reason for that other than, you know, just progression. The fog often have really much higher stats than the average person here, so I don't want to be able to recruit the fog until I have stats that that match like the average fog, if that makes sense. because I feel like if I was able to recruit Fog, like let's say I'm able to recruit Fog now, the net result would be I would be, you know, massive. The Fog that I recruit would be massively stronger than, you know, it should be. Where is Crab? Oh, Crab got rescued. Cool. Now I'm just going through them one at a time, making sure that they are indeed healing up the way they should be. And some of them are fully healed already, and some of them just regain consciousness and try to get out of bed. But I'm monitoring them. Alright, our farmers are healed. Oboro, you're healed. Oboro, you don't even have a task. We'll have you sit. Crab's finally conscious. Welcome back to us, buddy. Mohammed is... yeah, they're all recovering. Resnick, you're fully good to go. Knave. Let's have you settle. I did get close enough to this village out here to... oh, no, that's a whole different one. To figure out it's a settled village. Yeah, these beds definitely allow me to recover considerably faster for sure. Alright, Jay and Crab. The left to heal. Oh, and Muhammad, I guess, too. Alright, let's go through all of them. So, Muhammad, yes. Jay. Ferris, you need to heal, too. Alright, Jay, you're good. Jobs are back on as an engineer. Cool. And we're back to being productive. Heresy, I don't think you need to sneak anymore. And it looks like I am full up on electrical components, but I need the better backpacks to haul that away. So let's go meat pants. Would you be so kind? And it looks like we already have a considerable amount of trade goods. Swarm's being targeted again. In fact, Minus just got attacked. It is Hungry Bandits. Oh boy, aren't you in for a treat? Talon's already doing backflips. His martial arts getting up high enough to warrant some splashy attacks. This must be their leader, because they stayed upright for longer. Unfortunately for Thor... oh, you know what? Thor can be put down. He's going to be slow, but... I think what I'm going to do is build some basic camp beds, because we're going to be going through the Screecher Forest, and I really don't... I can't afford anyone to be, you know, unnecessarily slow. So, let's build 5 beds, just 1 stack of beds. Hollow... no. Ron... Beep. Who is Big Backpack here? Frenchie, you do it. Oh, did I only drop one of those? Yeah, let's drop the whole stack. Frenchie. 4 more. There we go. And then we'll patch up. In case I get jumped trying to get home. I don't want to get jumped by screamers and not have the ability to move a little bit faster. Maybe I even need more beds in this. I don't even know. Because I haven't really done a full health inventory or whatever. Looks like I do have a lot of injured people, though. Yeah, I do actually have a not so insignificant amount of injured people. Alright, Queenie. Ms. Queen. How about you set up another 5? Now, she is... I'm sure you all probably have noticed I don't do a whole lot of micromanaging for Queen, or for anyone but Queen. I try to let the fights more or less play out on their own, doing gentle nudges here and there. But for Queen, it's full-on micro. I'm going to keep her alive no matter what. Alright, and then the healthy people are just going to stand aside so that I'm not confused about who needs health and who doesn't, so... oh man, pretty much everyone has a little bit of injuries here. Can I hit the build box? Well, here, let me just... oh, I can't. Oh. Fine. Camping bed. Should have embedded it in the hillside, because I'm not even going to be able to remove that construction. So, acid. You barely need any healing. Ferris, you're good to wake up. Crab. Right now... Where's Resnick? Yeah, Resnick. Let's put those iron plates away so that Crab can use them. Because he uses raw iron to plate beat and not this stuff. So Crab's back to work. Good, good, good. I really want to remove this, but I can't. Alright, what else do we have here? Thorns is fully healed, so Thorns stand aside. Minus, you might as well be fully healed. Same with you, Cookie. Same with you, Troller Sauce. And Green. Honey and Ron could use a little bit of topping up, but not all that serious. Alright, seeing Healy. Now we're starting to get fully healed. What about the... Oh, Bone Dogs, yes. Let's get that camp bed back, actually. Ches. And Red Rain. Luckily for me, Bone Dogs are pretty quick to heal. Alright, Psycho. Seiko, I should say. You're good. Thor. Hollow. Honey. Beep's good enough. Ray. Ron. And then we'll be on our way. We do have to brave the some of the Shriekers, but I think we've established that I've been able to outrun them so far. But who knows? Maybe that won't be the case. Just dismantle the beds underneath them. Yeah, you're fully healed too. That's a little bit easier than picking them back up. Oh, but actually they're sort of stuck here in this weird... Uh-oh, that's not good. They're sort of in like a limbo here. Queen, are you able to pick them up? Yes, okay. We can reset them. So don't do that. It definitely bugs them out. They were standing, but they were not. And the last bed. Frenchie's not fully healed, but he's close enough. Close enough to warrant getting moving. Alright, Queen, drag that, give that to Thorns. And now, our slowest is probably Hollow still. I think it will be pretty obvious if he's not. A bunch of these unconscious bandits. And I guess... Oh, I found a corner. Yes. Cleaning up after myself so as to not litter. I've been known to litter a bit. Alright, so these are more, what, hungry bandits, I'm guessing? Yep. Really no economic reason to kill them. Hollow is indeed the slowest, but he's not slow. And more hungry bandits? I didn't realize there were so many roves of... Oh no, you are escape servants. That's a bit different. There's a lot of hungry bandits in this area, which might make a good place for some of the newbies to level up, I suppose, if I could get them down here. Now they have to run through the Shrieking Forest, which is a bit of an issue, but if they make it through the Shrieking Forest, there's some easy enemies. That's the other problem, is because I'm so far away from a reasonable challenge, it's actually pretty challenging for the home team to level up in a reasonable way, as evidenced by the fact that one spider wiped out everyone but Silvershade, and Silvershade only beat it because he had a ranged weapon. And a fairly powerful ranged weapon at that. He is a standard ranger, which is, I would say, pretty decent. As far as ranged weapons go, it's surely no junk bow or toothpick. Alright, so we're in the Shrieking Forest, and as you can already see, they are skittering around over here. And we have one of those crazy, unbelievably OP groaning footmen here. So, I'm going to need to skate on by. No. Don't double back. Oh, Thorns and Red Rain, where are you going? You're swimming? At least animals swim pretty quick. I chose to go up the coast this time. I think the coast, if I can micromanage it, is the fastest. And Thorns and Red Rain will catch up, because once they hit land, they will fly. Yeah, the coast is definitely easier. There's some cannibals. I'm going to wait up for my bone dogs here. They don't take very long. And now you can see why this is... we're deep within Berserker country now. Oh, ouch. I just ran through some cannibals that hit Talon's leg hard enough that I'm going to need to stop and fight. Or, alternatively, I could pick him up. I'm somewhat eager to get home, so that's what I'm going to try to do, is just a quick flyby rescue. Because Minus is still 20 miles an hour with while holding him. And this is yet another group. Just kind of super fast forward steering around. As you can hear, I'm issuing quite a lot of orders so they don't stop or even think about it. There we go. Now we have a moment. Now, I believe Talon, when... Yeah, alright. He can walk now that it's splinted, but just on his own, he wasn't able to. Alright, back to following. And as we're passing into Purple Sands, the amount of enemies... the amount of humanoid enemies should decrease. Of course, beak things and the like don't decrease around here. There's for Fugaru. At this point, I could swing over to the post-ancient workshop. Now that I know that I can pick my way through stuff, I might have left things unpicked over here that I might want to have another hand at. Couldn't hurt, right? So, Hella, we know that you're really good at that. Metal chest still 0%. Wow. Okay, that's seriously locked. And I'm guessing green and... Alright, so this is a lock level 71. Yeah, it's too high. And I don't think there's any... Oh, here's a lock level 27. That was pretty quick. Just an electrical component. Weak locks make for cheap wins. I'm going to have her soul... Okay, we have a Masterwork Ranger. Hell yeah. The hacksaws are used for slave shackles. You know, I'm just going to leave them because they're just basically heavy. Engineering research off of that. Unfortunately, because I was so immediately successful, that definitely has not leveled me up at all. Which is a bit of a bummer. I was actually hoping that these locks would pose a bit more of a challenge because I haven't been... Oh, I have a 5% now. Nice. I leveled up just enough to have a 5% at this. Good. That means I've fully cleared this facility by the time I pick this last lock with Hella, and then I won't have to come back or worry about leaving goods behind. And that's sort of the reason why I don't like to use tools, because if you never really level up your lock picking, you're going to need an insane amount of tools, and tools are actually not that common to buy. You'd have to shop for them. So every sort of ruins spelunking trip, I would need to go out of my way and get a stack of like specialty tools, and that would get old fast. All right, I'm going to check back on Hella in a moment. What I'm going to do with Silvershade is to put the trade goods away, and I'm going to do this with everyone. He does not need... This is fish, but he does not need that food on him. Going to make sure everybody has their inventories basically vacated, except for some food. Longstoat, you don't need green fruit on you, but green fruit is maxed. If green fruit's maxed, Angel, what are you currently cooking with? She's currently making bread, but that means that we don't have any meat for meat wraps, so let's go and make... Shoot. What do I want? Food cubes. And that way we're using some of the green fruit again. And Longstoat can put his green fruit away. Alright. No one else in this whole group has trade goods left, except for Hive Recruit is hurt. I don't know how I missed that. He's going to need a new name, too. Soon. Alright, switching back over, and she's still picking and failing. It's good training, though, right? She's up to 33. There we go, finally a success. And we have a whole lot of engineering research, a pretty decent guardless katana, and a lot of robotics and repair kits. She's not... We're not... That's more... Maybe... I might, at this point, have enough engineering research that I'll ever need. I seem to be getting that in much higher quantities than the ancient science books, which is honestly a little... Oh, hello. Red Howler. They were yelling at me, so... Oh, not straight in the water, thank you. They're yelling at me, which means that I had the chance. I took a chance walking past them. Are they hostile? No, they're not even hostile with me yet. But they're led by a Howler, and we know how strong Howlers are. Really, really, really tough enemies like Howlers, I really ought to wait to fight them until I have pretty reasonable armor, because when you're able to do Howler level damage in one swing, that could spell death pretty quickly. Now the rest of the group here is pathetic by comparison, but until I can take out their leaders more effectively, and it would be entirely possible to take out the leaders by crossbow or something like that, but I don't want to cheese fights too much. I want to make them fair, so that's why I've sort of adopted the policy of retreat or disengage. As maybe a more friendly term. Disengage until I feel like I have the combat chops to actually fight them more fairly. I do find it interesting that there's so many lost Howlers around here. I don't know why. There's... Oh, I just ran into some iron spiders. No, so did he. Alright, well, there's some free plates here. Might as well grab them, right? Alright, Beep is now the slowest because I just encumbered him. But we're a stone's throw away from home, so I'm not going to even bother trying to fix that. Who are you? Oh, little scrawny cannibal. That was probably just regained consciousness from trying to attack us and is now running tail between his legs. We still have some bugs camping near the bridges, but that's something I can deal with later. I'm more eager about setting up this caravan here for an exit soon. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put all of the stuff I want to keep, like plates, away. And get ready to redeploy. And I'm probably not going to redeploy with everybody. I'm going to switch it up so that some new people filter into the group. But let's see. What do I want to keep? I want to keep the splints and the advanced meds. I'm going to ditch the cups because Jay will pick them up and incorporate them into research. And then I've just cleaned that backpack, or that sleeping bag, from being stolen. Definitely want to put the engineering research away. And the plate armor I will put away. The animal skins I will put away as well. In fact, I think I have some animal skins in the home here that that could be moved. For now, robotic components I will sell. Alright, the repair kits I will sell. The splints I'm keeping. Research books I'm keeping. This ranger here. Now this is a... I have a high ranger, so let's give Queen the best possible ranger. Is this going to backfire? I don't know. I'm a little worried about it backfiring. Green, however, could definitely... Actually, let's give this to Green. Green is, I think, the least likely to have friendly fire accidents. And then we have a specialist toothpick that could go to Hella. And then that old toothpick. I think we were going to possibly, potentially give Frenchie a ranged weapon. So, there. Frenchie now has it. Alright, let's go through these one at a time. So, let's grab some trade goods. We're going to want the components, the rum, or grog, this light body wrap, and tools if I absolutely need it. Thorns. You are going to bring a hacksaw because I just want to get rid of it. And I will leave one skeleton repair kit here, but bring the rest. I don't know why there's a random dust switch in there. The armor plating will get put away. Alright, that looks pretty good. Now I'm going to go through each... Ooh, yes, we still have some goods here to keep in storage, and then these can go to a bone dog. And then the masks we are keeping as well. Ches, Thor, Frenchie, Cookie, Honey. Keep that food. Alright, so here's more stuff to go to bone dogs. This guardless katana is actually pretty good. So let's have you use that. And then this ninja blade I can... for now, I'm just going to put in here. Looks to me like I've got a lot of naginata that need a home. That's about all the room I have on the bone dogs. Yes, I have a lot of naginata. What else? Green, Hella. The copper plating can be put away as well. And I don't have a whole lot of bolts. I should start making them again, I guess. Now, as far as who's coming on the next excursion, I think Honey and Cookie are going to sit this one out. For starters. Oh, actually, you know what? Before I even bother with that... Oh, Thor is fully healed. Okay. Pretty much everyone's fully healed. Except for Talon, right? Yeah. So, Talon. I'm going to have you stay home. Cookie, stay home. And Pony, stay home. I need better people to guard the home, as evidenced by the last spider problem I had. This Hive recruit is going to get named. And then I'm going to bring Muhammad and Knave with me. So the swarm is now still 21 strong. Apparently, counting is not my strong suit. Let's have 2 crossbowmen stay home. So green will stay with Silvershade in case of spiders. Having two is so much safer than 1. Alright, so now my squad is 20 strong. This Hive recruit, Muhammad, Knave. Actually, a bunch of these people could... let's think about changing their armors up. So Hollow, you are absolutely naked right now. I'm going to give you a Specialist Light Plate and a vest. That's going to slightly encumber you too much. Okay, let's just do the shirt for now. And then also get you a better Naginata. As for the science, the technology, the really, really important one would be Advanced Weapon Grade 2, but I can't... Oh, Advanced Weapon Smithing. Yes, that is what I really, really, really need. Crossbow crafting would be good. Assassin training is easy to get. Copper alloys, large building shells, heavy foundations. That's all the engineering research. Alright, so once... I'm actually going to cancel this weapon here and wait until we can have a better weaponsmith. So Hollow, you are about as armored up as I can get you, except for helmets. I can give you a little mask. And then this straw hat will be sold. There we go. Ron, you are about at your weight limit, so I'm not going to give anything else to you. Same with you, Beep. I don't want to encumber them any further because they'll be slower. Ches, you can probably take... Are you able to... Yeah, you're able to take a medium armor and not be encumbered. That's good. Thor, you could take light armor and be encumbered. But how slow are you? You are too slow. Okay, we're not going to take the light armor then. What we're going to do is just keep the mercenary and put on a shirt. And then this helmet is going to get sold, so I'm going to have, I don't know, Frenchie carry it or something. No, Frenchie's pretty encumbered. Ray will carry it. Except for I'm probably going to want armor on Ray. I don't know. Thor, so you are teeny encumbered, but not that bad. Frenchie, you can't change anything. Troller Sauce, here we go. Another person that might be able to manage some light armor and... Yep, alright. High plate light armor. Rage, same with you. Probably you could manage it too. And you can, I think. Oh, 19? Nope. Guess we'll give you a shirt instead. Seiko, I don't think the shirts hurt your stealth, so we'll give you one of those. And that's good. Frenchie, you have a mast helmet. Let's get you a... Actually, you don't... you're a crossbowman. In truth, you don't even need a helmet. In fact, it hurts you. So let's get you helmetless, because you're now a crossbow. Ray, you have this helmet on you. I'm going to put that helmet away. Ray, what do I want on you? You maybe can manage one of these light armors. Maybe even a... Yeah. But the pants are probably too much, right? Yes, the pants are too much. But you could give away your ninja blade here and maybe keep the pants. Nope. Well, that's too bad. But a shirt, too. Alright, good. Sing Healy. Oh, boy. You are not that strong yet. So, just the armor. Minus... You got this black plate stuff on you. Minus actually has some carry weight, so... Armored pants and chest for you, perhaps? Yes. Chest and pants. Acid. You don't have the weight for this yet. How slow are you? Oh, way too slow. I don't feel... Oh, well, you have a shirt. And you have pretty good pants. You are a ranger, and I'm going to have Hella ditch the helmet that she has on. Because she's not going to be going anywhere where she needs it. Queen, hello. You are going to also ditch your helmet. Even though you are a high priority target, I don't need you to have a perception penalty. Another thing I ought to do is... So, Cookie, green... and Honey, have a seat. Hive Recruit. Hive Recruit's going to ditch that wooden backpack. Let's ditch it to Longstoat. Longstoat's a farmer and needs one. Okay, and then, I do have a craft... I do had someone that was doing crossbow smithing, so, yeah, that was Oboro. Oboro, go back to the arrow making bench, and we're going to make regulars, because I am really low on regulars. He keeps refusing to continue to work, because sitting on the stool is a higher priority. Yeah, that's more on me. Alright, Longstoat. Yeah, Hive Recruit. Okay. This Hive Recruit here is probably not going to be able to wear really anything. Maybe you can wear light armor. Yep, just light armor. Oh, that's pretty good, actually. Shirt and light armor. So we were at Hella, Queen, Muhammad. Let's ditch your assassin rags for some basic armor. And that puts you as teeny encumbered. But, yeah, actually, you know what? I'm just going to have you wear a shirt for now. You and your twin here that are recruited at the same time. Just the shirts, just the specialist gray shirts. Because I can't afford you to be any slower. And you can keep your rags on, I guess. Might as well, because it's not really weighing us down. Alright, Muhammad and Knave, you also need better weapons. So, let's get you two-handers that we've manufactured. And that frees up some space in here, which is good. And then, queuing through the people here, anyone that does not have a offhand weapon, like acid, is going to grab one. And that way, when we have one arm injured, we can still keep fighting. Seiko, let's get you a ninja blade. You are somewhat of a ninja, I guess. We are really, I think, just about ready to go. Alright, off of passive. What else? So I would like some bolt regulars, but I suppose I could buy them. Heresy's working on that research. I don't think I need any more of the Hiver blueprints, but don't really know what else to do with them. So the other thing is, if there's someone like Silvershade, perfect, that has a whole bunch of carry weight, I'm going to have Silvershade take some of the Naginata. Because some of these inferior rusty Naginata are not going to need to be kept. And you too, Honey. Oh, wait, Silvershade is... No, wait, I'm a moron. Silvershade is the home team right now. So it's going to need to be someone with carry weight in this group. Which is harder, because I'm pretty much armored them up into the limit of their ability to carry stuff. So Ray can carry, like, 2 of these, maybe. Before he's unnecessarily encumbered. Actually, no, he could carry a few more because he's a decently fast soldier. 23, that works. Acid could carry 1 or 2, maybe. Maybe some more. Acid can carry... almost the rest. Alright, looking good. 21 might be the slowest we move. Let me just double check. So we have Muhammad, Knave, and Hollow that are all moving at 21. Alright, and then the Hive Recruit actually moves at 19. So the Hive Recruit is going to be the slowest here. Yeah, he will be the party leader, I guess. Queen, Hella. Oh, Hella, you're hurt. Let's have Hella heal up real quick. How about a health check? If I didn't notice that Hella was hurt, she's the only one that's hurt at all. So Queen, Green. For a moment, what I'm going to do is send Queen, Hella, Frenchie, Silvershade, and Green all into Swords of the Queen, which is a terrible misnomer of a name, because they're going to be used to kill the camper bots. The robots that are camping me out. I'm just going to use my ranged abilities here, because I need to be able to get through, and these guys are totally preventing exit. It would be good if you didn't shoot Frenchie dreadfully in the leg. Yeah, that's the worry of the friendly fire here. Hella, don't go forward. Ouch. Alright, this one is deactivated. I'm just going to grab a little bit of a little piece out of him. And then, who's still healthy? Hella and Frenchie are hurt. Silvershade, Green, and Queen are going to continue to clear out some of these spiders. We're hitting them for pretty good damage, though, which is good. Alright, so Frenchie is healing up these guys. Talon, you can go sit down. Alright, both of these guys are going to need to heal real quick. Alright, so that one is done. Green, if I recall, you are an excellent swimmer, so let's have you turn that bot off. And let's have you go shoulder to shoulder so you avoid the friendly fire. That got one of us crippled. Yeah, imagine getting shot in the head like that. You can imagine why I'm a little cautious about equipping masterwork bows, because they do so much damage that friendly fire can be quite fatal. Alright, Queen, let's go ahead and loot. Looks like we are able to get Weaponsmith upgrade. So let's get that going. J. Costs a lot of iron plates, but hey, we just made some more. Right on. Queen can also keep the electrical components that I have on her, so that she, you know, we'll just be selling it. Another thing, another really good point that was made is I really ought to stop selling my stuff to the Western Hives, especially weapons like Naginata, as they are enemies, and I should treat them... I shouldn't just trade weapons to the enemies. So I'll stop doing that. Alright, so Silvershade and Green are going to change squads back to Hands of the Queen. And then Frenchie, Hella, and Queen will go back to the Swarm. And I'll put them in the front here. And then move the Hive Recruit up as well. Because the Hive Recruit's going to be the slowest for a long time. Alright, so we have crossbow crafting. Now we can actually make full-blown crossbows. But I don't have the craft station built yet. And I'm going to wait to build that craft station until Jay's done with the weapon. Alright. So I'm going to start making my way over to World's End to rename this hive recruit that I have. Avoiding any active spiders if I can. Although, we are, let's take a quick look. As you can see, we are actually pretty decently armored up. We have a bunch of this blue armor now. What I need to do is to keep pumping up strength so that I can wear the heavier stuff. The heavier the better in terms of protection. And protection is really what you need against those spiders because they don't move very fast. You don't need to be able to move too quick to keep up with them. You just need to not get squished by their massive mandible blades, which are pretty deadly. We have some big things. No nest spotted yet. So the weaponsmith just finished. Let me hop on over there. Crab sitting on the throne waiting for this thing to finish. So, weaponsmith, let's go ahead and make a mix of polearm blades that I can use. So, Captain Crab, let's get back to that. I didn't stick around for the bolts, but I will keep cranking out the bolts. And let's see, what else can I do? Honey. I don't even know why you're standing by the fish. Honey, when you have nothing to do, go sit there. But Honey, right now I want you to move some of these plates over to the plate storage so we can get more weapons made. Skith is indicating that there's no more grog that needs to be done. So we still need tools and the pearl vase. I do believe I had tools here, right? Oh, I brought them, didn't I? In case I needed to cut something open. Yes, I brought them. Alright, so I'll still have to go for that. And then for the best lockpicking boxes, we're going to need steel bars, which I have a bunch. Spring steel and hinges. Spring steel and hinges are can be made in here. They're made with iron plates, raw iron and copper. I don't have raw iron for spring steels, so that's going to be a bit of a problem as well. Some research. The swarm here. Let's get moving still. Continuing up. So I could have brought some of these older armors to trade, but I just really didn't have the carry capacity. There was truly no one that was at the moment capable of extra weight. I weighed them down. With Naginata and all that stuff. Very eager to see the sort of Cat 1. So the upgraded weaponsmith allows me to make better weapons. Basically, until I was able to make the upgraded weaponsmith, I was stuck, capped out. So Crab here, if you take a look, I can make up to MK3 weapons, but this smith itself can only make up to Cat 1 weapons. So I am right now bottlenecked by the weaponsmith tier. And I'm only really going to be able to increase that tier again when I research this, which allows me to, or the advanced weapon grades here, which allows me to upgrade my weaponsmith. And I need a lot of research books for that. Now, some of the research books I might be able to actually buy at World's End, and then I'm going to go elsewhere on this current excursion to a few other points of interest to advance my society. That's sort of the point of this excursion. I've done now a Meito weapon and the Bandit King for high bounties. I could hit some additional Meitos, but or Meitu, I don't know. I don't speak Japanese, and in truth, if you know what I mean, it doesn't really matter what I call it. But well, that sunrise is pretty cool. But this excursion is to advance my technology. Right now, I feel somewhat bottlenecked. I'm bottlenecked also by stats. So another thing I probably ought to do is to get in a lot more fights with my group. And now that they're wearing a little bit better armor, I feel comfortable with that. now that I'm sporting specialist grade armor on some of these guys, that gives me a pretty good amount of cut resistance, which is very, very, very important to have when you've got cannibals sporting big, hunkin' cut weapons and they're trying to chop pieces off of you. You're definitely going to want some cut resistance. Ron has probably the best cut resistance right now. Oh, no. Actually, he doesn't. This specialist grade is even better cut resistance because some of the older armor that I'm wearing is standard grade, and the graded weapon improvements are enormous when you go up in grades. So soon what I might end up doing is melting down some of the standard grade stuff and only keep high and better. And then eventually only keeping specialists better, and then only masterwork and better. Because taking a look at all this armor, it is a significant difference when you jump to from standard to anything higher. So the large building shells and the heavy building foundations are stuff that I'm really never ever going to use. They are non-hiver based, projects or whatever. But I might as well research it because most of the advanced research is the ancient science books and not the engineering research. So the engineering research that I have, I don't really need to cherish because they don't unlock important projects. So now we're going up the... we're not really coming an official route to World's End, but we're going up some of the switchbacked routes. And there won't, I don't think, be any guild surgeons yet, because I haven't done the imported save. So we're mostly here to trade. And with that in mind, let's have this hive recruit head into the shop and start to empty out resources. Alright. So another thing I could think about doing, not that I really have anyone fully capable of using such a heavy weapon, is start to buy some damage versus robots weapons, like this Mooncleaver here that is being sported, or the Mercenary Club. The bonus damage versus robots will help to contend with the, crazy amount of robots I live around, which might be a really, really good idea in the long run. I might not switch up right now because this group here is going on somewhat of a longer mission, and I don't want to encumber them with weapons when I'm going to be out there for a long, long time. But and I also don't think I don't think I left home with enough food. That is another thing I tend to do poorly. I think Red Rain, yeah, we do have a little bit of food here, but not oodles and oodles and oodles like I would normally want when leaving. So I will go ahead and buy what food I can in shame that I forgot yet again. And I'm looking for surgeons, but I haven't really seen any yet. It's sort of, they don't necessarily stand out. Sometimes you have to see what chat bubbles pop up and see what they want. But if they have a name that isn't, plastic surgeon, then you know. These guys still have clubs from probably the last time I visited them. And my money, as you can see, is doing quite nicely. I'm, even though I forgot fish, it's not like I can't afford food, so that's good. We've got plenty of cash here. Oh, we have a headhunter. I just paid $5,000 to send some people over to the base to recruit. A mercenary captain, someone named Fish, pacifier. I don't need a pacifier. I'm not at on bad terms with the check. And we will continue to empty out our bone dogs and buy up food. And there's one more bar to check, but as I didn't do an import, we are super not likely to find a surgeon, because I think I need to do the import. Really? Your name is Stinks? You really should fix your name, buddy. Just talk to a surgeon once I import him. Yes, we're really not going to be able to find him until I do an import. Sleeping bag goes to Thorns. Thorns, you're going to get... I should have been buying these sleeping bags, I guess, to try to get a full stack. For 20 for everybody. Come on. Yeah, they're not really able to afford to sell me very much. So we're mostly empty. We have a few repair kits and the like. Let's see, mechanical shop. This Hive recruit's having trouble finding the front door, I guess. And I'm going to go ahead and buy the 2 ancient books there, obviously. Yes. And let's go ahead and buy the iron plates too. Alright, and because we bought a lot of stuff, that means they can afford to buy stuff that we have back. And the queen still has 1 repair kit, so we're okay on that front. And despite the fact that I just purchased a bunch of expensive stuff, we make it up by selling weapons. And now we're even wealthier than we were before. Well, look at that. Now, before I leave, I'm going to pop into the trade station. See if there's any maps or anything like that. Oh, there is an arm. So what arm are we using now? We have a skeleton arm that's standard grade. What about a specialist grade? This is left for left. So first things first, some more sleeping bags. And then Queen here says yes to the map and yes to the better arm, as I am super easy to afford it. So this has a dex bonus now rather than a dex the random arm had minus to lockpicking, thievery, and swimming. This has a bonus to dexterity, which is really cool. So let's go ahead and sell the old arm. And the extra dexterity will allow me to shoot targets, better. Buying the tech map for an ancient lab. And what lab does it tell me about? One way out here on the Forbidden Isle. Okay, cool. I will poke my head into, I guess, this armor trader just to see what kind of blueprints they have, but yeah, they're not going to have blueprints for hiver-based stuff. Okay. At this point, Hive Recruit, you're still the fastest. We are going to want to head south, but I got to be really careful about how I do that, because I'm going to get close to a lot of Holy Nation territories. Well, guys, this trade run was about all the time I have, but I do have some exciting stuff for future episodes. I'm very eager that now that I can make better arms and the quality of the armor is coming out pretty good, to get these guys outfitted in really, really decent stuff, and then we'll be able to take on bigger fights and kill bigger bosses and all that stuff. If you have any ideas for excursions, drop me a line. If you would like one of these guys named after you and they're a patron of mine, go ahead and drop me a line on that as well. If you have any other tips, tricks, feedback, possible mods, anything like that, let me know and I'll catch you all later. Thanks for watching. Adios.